Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I have DeAnna Charett on the line, and she is the founder and producer over at Bad Habits Productions, LLC, and this episode is part of our AFM series where we bring you the best of those that attended and participate in the American film market over in Century City, California, or Los Angeles, California. DeAnna, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about here today. I definitely want to get into any projects that you're working and also the veteran side of what you're doing. I understand that there's a military veteran component to what you're doing at Bad Habits Production, so we'll get into that as well. But just to get us kicked off, AFM this year, talk to me. How did it go for you? What did you go for? Give us some insight.
So this was my first time going, and I have been working.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was busy the entire time. It was more than what I had ever dreamed it would be, and it was great for networking. And I met some people out there that I had already previously met through some other networking. So it was a great experience.
What was your favorite part? I understand you did a pitch and some other things too. Talk to me about that.
I did a pitch. I'm with Largo AI, which is a AI to work on your budgeting, and it shows the possibilities of where your film can be seen streaming and in the theaters according to past viewing for your genre. So I pitched on Saturday, the 15th. I was selected one of 19 that were selected to go pitch, and we had our 3 minutes, and so 3 minutes is not a lot of time to throw everything in there, but it was great, and hearing the reception back from people was amazing.
That's awesome. Have you pitched before like that, or was that a first time for a project? Or I'm curious, how you put it together, and any tips that you learned, by the way, in retrospect for others that are looking to do the same.
Right. I have not pitched for a live audience. I have done pitch training sessions and a couple of the producing online courses that I take. And so, it was, in my military time, I was an instructor so I've had a lot of instructing and speaking in public, but this was a whole new thing because I had to crunch everything into 3 minutes. And thank goodness I didn't have to memorize it. I was able to read off of a tablet, and I used every part of reading off that tablet. Not want to make a mistake.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Let's switch it up. I'm glad you had a good time, and it sounds to me like you'll probably be back. It was an experience. You said it was more than you expected, so that's awesome. I like when I had a ball, too, and I was just and I'm told from some of the people that have been there many, many years that this is one of their favorites, and it felt like it was just packed. The location, amazing, all the other good stuff. I think it's going to build to a great next showing next year, so we'll see, yeah?
Right, yeah. There was so much. There was no way you could hit everything you wanted to or anything. There was just so much information to take in, and I'm glad they recorded it for us because then I'm able to go back and look at it. But just walking into the central area where the bar and everything was, it was packed all the time. It was shoulder to shoulder, and it was you just trying to find if you were meeting with somebody. You were like, can you put a beacon above your head or a flag or something so I can find you?
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's switch it up a bit here, DeAnna. Bad Habits Productions. I understand that you're a founder, of course, so there's a veteran component. Talk to me about your vision for the company.
Yeah. So the name came from when we get out of the military, we all have some kind of habit. Some kind of bad habit, like 3 fingers in between our hangers, untying our shoes, making our bed. It's just the little quirks that we have. So that's why I call it bad habits, because it will drive a civilian nuts sometimes. But as you mentioned, it's a Louisiana-based production company, and we're committed to ensuring that military veterans comprise at least 60% of all of our cast and crew positions. And then we leverage the film tax incentives and the fiscal sponsorship through our sister organization, Bad Habits Organization, to fund these initiatives.
What are you working on right now? What's going on? What do you have in the pipeline?
Yes, I have 3 projects that I'm looking to get funded. I'll do them kind of in the order of expensive to the less expensive.
Give me that. Oh, you weren't pitching these. You're pitching something else. I was going to. Oh, you did? Give me a pitch.
Pitched.
Come on, go for it. Okay. Let's go.
I don't have my pitch, but I did do Dealer's Choice.
Give me the quick version of it. It's okay.
Dealer's Choice is based on actual casino dealers and employees, their view from how players, it's kind of like Ryan Reynolds' movie Waiting. So you get to see the employee side. And so it takes place in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at a rundown casino, and they find out that they're going to have a state inspection, and they may, because they're breaking down and falling apart, they may lose their license. So one of the blackjack dealers, Tabitha, comes up with a plan to do a reality show in the casino, and so people get behind it. You have a waitress who thinks she's the star of the show. You have a supervisor, pit boss, who is telling stuff like he's on Survivor. You have a security guard who's trying to narrate everything happening like he's on Cops, the casino edition. So, you have a plethora of the kind of people that you see in a casino, and it's all quirky. And it comes from not only, I dealt for 3.5 years at the casino, but I have a lot of friends that deal there. And a lot of these are based on true stories. Of course, we had to change the names of our players and our dealers to protect the not so innocent. We couldn't go out and say Joe Smith did this. So we had to change it up because Joe Smith's wife may not know what Joe Smith did.
Oh, snap.
Right? So, yeah.
That's awesome. Give me another one. That's great.
Oh, you just have, what, you mean the next film or that one?
Yeah. No, the next film. You have a couple of them, you said. Go for it.
So right now, Dealer's Choice is budgeted at about $3 million, but I'm actually looking to not do it in a real casino now because I started looking at the logistics and everything. So I think I can get it down to about $2 million. And with our tax incentives, it would work out great. But the next one in our budget is the Santa Cairo, and it's about a $7 million. It's one that's a little bit more action drama. It's about a child of an American man and an Egyptian woman. Turns out there was human trafficking in Egypt that his father, who was supposed to be a preacher, was doing. His mom dies when he's very young. He watches his father get beheaded. So he's like 7 or 8 when this happens, and then he's sent to New Orleans, hence the name The Saint, to live with his white grandparents who are a little bit not happy with his Egyptian background. And so he has demons to work out. He has an imaginary friend that is trying to talk with him. And so he's gone on a murdering spree of revenge and finds out that there's a cop that has been in the background kind of protecting him and overlooking him. And so it comes down to some human trafficking, revenge, and being saved by this cop. And like I said, it all takes place in New Orleans. For the majority, it takes place in New Orleans. Like you'll see stuff on St. Charles Avenue, things like that. So it's just an action-packed situation with the drama and the choices he has to make.
And you said I think there's a third? Yeah?
There is. There's a third one.
Come on, this is fun. I'm making you do the work here. Give me that pitch.
The third is DEFCON 4, Land of the Morning Calm, and it was written by a veteran named Mark Heathcote, who served with the Army in the 80s in South Korea up at the DMZ. And he partnered up with another individual who also served at the DMZ, Alfredo Garcia. So this turns out, and I served in the 90s, I served in South Korea at Osan. So, and that's an hour south of the DMZ. So our experiences were there at different time frames. And this takes place from North Korea. Mark runs into some girls coming under one of the tunnels, finds them. They have been human trafficked. You have spies. You have a spy ring going on, and all of it takes place around them. And amazingly, a lot of this is based on true stories that Mark and Alfredo had experienced up there. And so it's just done on saving these women from the human trafficking and then the spy network that's involved. runs pretty deep in it too, and that's our most expensive. It's a $30 million because we have the helicopters, we have actual firefights, and that one is like a massive one that all of these three we want to film in Louisiana because of the tax incentives. And that third one takes place on we want to put it on like 300 acres of land so that we can do everything basically right there. The rice paddies, the helicopters, the war, the firefight, all of that kind of stuff that we want to do there. And of course, we're going to bring in as many veterans as we can to work on that, like as the veterans background extra, along with Asian counterparts for North and South Korea.
Man, DeAnna, that's awesome. You got a lot going on here, and I like it. And I'm sure you're going to be at AFM next year doing this again. I have a feeling, and hopefully we get to beat that time. And it's been really a lot of fun having you on the show today. If somebody's listening or watching this, and if they want to follow your progress, learn more about the films, if they're following you on social, websites, anything else, like how do people connect?
Sure. So they can come on to my website, which is www.badhabitsproductions. So it will be BADHABIT Productions, PRODUCTIONS.com. And they can go look at, we have sizzle reels up for DEFCON 4 and for Dealer's Choice. So we have those up under projects. And then our organization because we train the veterans if they're not already trained. We will train the veterans to work on it, to work on any film set. It's www.badhabits, BADHABITZ organization.org. And so we're doing both fiscal sponsor straight on to train the individuals straight for those films. So they say we get a veteran in or a veteran group in, they will be temp hired through the organization from the donations given for them for that particular film. And they'll be temp hired and paired with a veteran film industry person to work on their stuff. And then we have the regular investor with the tax incentives.
Yeah. That's awesome. For everybody listening, we'll definitely leave that contact info, those links in the show notes so you can go connect with DeAnna. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show each and every day. Yes, you heard it right. It's a daily show. We're releasing new episodes, new content, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So, DeAnna, it's been so much fun having you on the show and look forward to continuing to follow your work. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Adam.